Today our topic is full wave rectifier. So what do you mean by full wave rectifier? Okay. So full wave rectifier is a circuit which converts AC voltage into pulsating DC voltage using both half cycle of applied AC voltage. So this is called as full wave rectifier. So it uses two diodes, of which one conducts during one half cycle while other conducts during other half cycles. So full wave rectifier output is the average DC output voltage is higher than for half wave rectifier. So the output of full wave rectifier has much less ripple factor than that of half wave rectifier, producing as a smoother output waveform. So the main thing in full wave rectifier is it rectifies two cycles, or we can say that two portions. So this one is AC, this one is alternating current. So we can convert both cycle, positive off and negative off, we can convert and we can get the pulsating DC. Pulsating DC we will get. Okay. See, you can observe this. This is the input. So this is the input is a AC. AC means alternating current. AC means alternating current. Why name alternating? So first it is a zero. It reaches positive peak. Then it reaches normal value 0. Then negative peak it reaches again normal value. See, it is alternating. So that's why it is a alternating current or AC signal. So it is the AC signal is the input signal. So in full wave rectifier we are using two diodes. So first half, so during the positive half, so this is the positive half, one diode is on and other diode is off during positive half. So during the positive half cycle of your input, we will get like this output. So this is the rectified DC. For this is diode 1. We can say that this one is diode 1. Diode 1 is on, then it rectifies. Here also diode 1 is on. So diode 1 is on only for positive half cycle or positive portion, diode 1 is on. For negative, so during the negative half cycle, diode D2 is on. So this one is D2. This one is D2. So this one is D2. Okay. So final output we will get. This is the final output. This is the final output. We call it as pulsating DC. DC means direct current. Pulsating DC, which means it is not pure DC, it is a pulsating DC. Some AC components are mixed in this. Okay. So this is the final output of full wave rectifier. So classification of full wave rectifier. So full wave rectifier can be classified into two types. One is center tapped full wave rectifier and other one is full wave bridge rectifier. Okay, today we will see the center tapped full wave rectifier. So the working principle of full wave rectifier, center tapped full wave rectifier is, this is the center tapped full wave rectifier. So it has two diodes. So these are connected to the center tapped secondary winding of the transformer. I will show the black diagram of this one. So the positive terminal of two diodes is connected to two ends of the transformer. So center tap divides the total secondary voltage into equal parts. So center tap is usually considered as the ground point or zero voltage reference point. Okay, so you can understand by seeing this figure. See, this one is center tap transformer. See, you in off-wave rectifier, you seen the transformer symbol. So there is no line in off-wave rectifier. This line is not there in off-wave rectifier. Now it is there. So we call it as center tap. That means this secondary voltage, whatever the voltage we got at the secondary. So this is the turns N1. This one is N2. So this is the primary side. This one is the secondary side. So secondary side voltage is divided into two halves. For example, secondary voltage is 50 means here 25 volts and here 25 volts. So that is the meaning, center tapped. So we have to divide the voltage into two. So 25 into 25 if secondary voltage is 50. So here diode D1 and diode D2, whereas off-wave rectifier only one diode we are using. So here full wave center tapped rectifier we are using D1 and D2. Okay. So input, what is the input we are given? Alternating current. Alternating current is this one. Alternating current is this one. So we can also write it as, what is the function of this one? V input is equal to Vm sine omega t. So this is the function of or equation for the input wave. V in Vi is equal to Vm sine omega t. Vi sine omega t. Okay. So this is one cycle from 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi is one cycle and 2 pi to 4 pi is other cycle. Okay. So we are given input voltage, we will get the output is like this. Now we will see one by one. What happen if input is sinusoidal or one cycle? So for example, if input is given only this much, like input is only positive half, what happen we will see. Whenever positive half is given, that means what happen? This terminal is, this is a, we are given positive half. Positive half means this terminal is positive and here is negative and here is positive and here is negative. Okay, so I will show you. See, during the positive half cycle, what happened? So I am given only positive half. We are given positive half. So positive half means here plus symbol, here minus, plus and minus. So whenever plus terminal is given, this diode is forward bias. This diode is forward bias. Whenever negative terminal is given to anode, this diode is reverse bias. Reverse bias means off. Reverse bias means this off symbol is like this. Off symbol is like this. Okay. So what is the current path? So from A to it is a forward bias means on. This is the current path. Current is passing through load and this is the path and given to and reaches to B point and A point. This is the current path. See, it is a closed loop from A to D. See, A to D. This one is the A. This one is D1. So D1 to RL, RL to B, B to A. This is the current path when positive half is given. Okay, first positive half, one diode will conduct. We will get the output. Next, we are given second half. Second half means this one. So second half is given. What happened? So second half means it is a negative. Negative means here negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay. So here negative means this diode is off. This diode is D1 is off. So D2 is on. On means forward bias. So forward bias means current is passing through this way. So forward bias means current is passing this way, passing, and through load, and it is passing through this region, and it creates a closed path. So in both cases, current will pass during positive half cycle and during negative half cycle. Current is passes through load resistance RL, so that we will get the both cycles at the output side. See, output I am drawing. So this is for positive half cycle. This is for negative half cycle. We will get a rectified output. This one is the output of full wave rectifier with center tapped. Okay. So this is the path. Path means, so this is the C to D2. D2 means this one is D2, and D2 to RL, RL to B, B to C. This is the path. Okay. So in both the cases, current passes through RL only. Okay, we will get the output. Positive cycle and a negative cycle, both times we are getting output voltage V0. Okay. So we will see the some harmonic components in full wave rectifier. So what is the average current or DC current? So DC current is nothing but direct current. So where it exists in direct current at the output side. So it is a rectifier circuit. So this is the input, this is the output. So input is AC, output is DC. So output is DC means, so it is the direct current. So direct current means we are calculating the DC current at the output. So this is the formula. DC current is equal to 1 by T into 0 to integral 0 to T I of T into dt. So we know that what is the voltage V in is equal to Vm sine omega t is the equation for sinusoidal when voltage is appears. When current is appears, for example, I of t is equal to Im sine omega t, In sine omega t. So we are writing I of t is equal to Im sine omega t into dwt. So integration of sine omega t is equal to minus cos omega t. Apply the limits, higher limit and lower limit. We will get cos pi. So omega t in the place of omega t, substitute upper limit minus cos pi. Cos pi is equal to 1 minus upper limit minus lower limit cos 0 is equal to 1. So finally we will get 2 into Im by pi. What do you mean by Im? So Im is equal to this one, Vm by pi. So we know that I is equal to voltage by resistance. So Vm by Rf plus RL. So what do you mean by Rf? Rf is the forward resistance when diode is forward bias. So this is the load resistance. So total, it is the total resistance. So maximum voltage by total resistance, we will get maximum current. Okay. So similarly, what is VDC? IDC into RL. What do you mean by IDC? IDC is equal to 2 Im by pi. Okay. So from this, it is the RL component is the resistance. Common from this here, RL. What happened? What happened? 2 Vm by 1 plus Rf by RL. So this RL and this RL cancel. See, I will write. This equation can be written 2 Vm into RL by, I am common RL. So pi, so RL is common. So 1 plus Rf by RL. So that means this RL and this RL is cancelled. Finally, we will get 2 Vm by pi into 1 plus Rf by RL. We know that when diode is forward bias, Rf is very less. So resistance is very less, current is more when diode is forward bias. So obviously RL is load resistance is very high. So numerator term is Rf and denominator term is RL. If denominator term is larger, so final factor is small. So 1 plus small quantity always maximum 1 only. So that's why VDC is equal to 2 Vm by pi. VDC is equal to 2 Vm by pi. So this is called DC current and DC voltage. Okay. So next root mean square. So we also called as IRMS, root mean square current. So root means R for RMS means this is the R first R for root. Mean square means just we are squaring the current component. See I square of t. We will get actually I of t is equal to Im sin omega t. Here I square means Im square sin square omega t. Integral. What is the integral of integral sin square omega t means 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. See, this is the formula. Integral sin square omega t is equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. This is the formula. So we will get, finally we will get Im by root 2. So RMS value IRMS is equal to Im by root 2. Similarly, VRMS is equal to Vm by root 2. Vm by root 2. Okay. So next, rectifier efficiency. So what do you mean by any system? We calculate the efficiency. How much it performs? Efficiency means output voltage by or output power by input power. So what is the output power? Output side is the DC. Input side is AC. Okay. So output power by PDC by PAC. What do you mean by PDC? I square DC into RL. So power is calculated in two ways. See, if P is equal to I square, basic formula, I square into R. When current is available, we are using this formula. If voltage is available, power is equal to V square by R. If voltage is available, we will use this formula. Now current is available means we use I square DC into RL. So PAC means I square RMS into RF plus RL. So PDC is equal to substitute. What is IDC? 2 Im by pi. We will get this one. IRMS is equal to Im by root 2. See this one. IRMS is equal to Im by root 2 whole square. So finally we will get this one. Finally we will get 0.812 into 1 plus RF by RL. So that means 81% efficiency is 81% for full wave center tap transformer. That means we are converting alternating current into direct current 81.2% only. So remaining percent is wasted. Even though we are converting a positive half and negative half, we will get full, but some losses are there. That is our efficiency is 81.2%. So remaining percent is wasted. So compared to this efficiency, so half wave rectifier efficiency, we know that 40.6%. It is twice. So half wave rectifier efficiency twice, we will get full wave rectifier efficiency. So in half wave rectifier, only one half is, in half wave rectifier, only positive half is rectifying, like this. Positive half is rectifying. Whereas in full wave rectifier, both halves, positive half and this portion also negative half. So that's why it is 40.6 here. This one is 81.2%. So it is somewhat better compared to half wave rectifier. So what do you mean by ripple factor? So ripple factor is nothing but RMS value of AC component by DC component. So RMS value, so IRMS by IDC. We know that IRMS is equal to Im by root 2, IDC is equal to Im by pi. We will get a ripple. So what do you mean by ripple factor? Ripple factor is an unwanted thing. So at the output, we are getting these things. So this is the output. So It is actually our intention is we will get direct current like this, but instead of direct current we get pulsating DC. So these pulses are AC components. We call it as ripple. So we always recommended that ripple is as minimum as possible. Whenever ripples are more means, so efficiency is very less. If ripple factor is very less means efficiency is increases. Next, transformer utilization factor, TUF, we also called as TUF. So transformer two windings are there. So primary winding of TUF plus secondary winding of TUF by 2 we will take. So we will get 0.287 at the primary winding, and secondary winding we will get 0.812. So totally TUF we will get 0.693. So this is similar to half wave rectifier. That's why I'm not describing all the formulas. Already we have I explained in detail in half wave rectifier. So in full wave rectifier, so TUF is 0.693. Okay. Next, what is peak inverse voltage? So peak inverse voltage is the maximum voltage at the output. So diode can withstand. That is called peak inverse voltage. So during the positive off cycle, only one diode is conducting, other diode is off. So the maximum voltage at the lower part of the transformer is Vm, and the voltage drop across RL is due to R1 is Vm. So total 2 Vm. So therefore peak inverse voltage is Vm. That means whenever positive off is given to a rectifier, so only one diode. So D1, one diode is on. So other diode is off. That means here voltage drop is Vm. Voltage drop is Vm. And also one resistance is there, RL. Here voltage drop is Vm. So Vm plus Vm, we will get 2 Vm. So 2 Vm is the peak inverse voltage. 2 Vm is the peak inverse voltage for full wave rectifier. Next, voltage regulation. Already I explained all these things in half wave rectifier. V no load minus V full load by V full load into 100. Next, form factor, RMS value by average value, we will get 1.11. Peak factor is equal to peak value by RMS value. So what is the peak value? So whenever signal is there like this is called peak value. So if it is a current wave means Im is the peak value. If it is a voltage means Vm is the peak value at positive side. So Im by root 2, we will get root 2. Okay, this is the full wave rectifier with center tapped transformer. Okay. So we will see one problem. So a 230 volt 60 hertz voltage is applied to a primary of a 5:1 step down transformer, center tapped transformer used in a full wave rectifier having a load means RL. If the diode resistance and the secondary coil resistance together has a resistance of 100 ohms, determine the following parameters: DC voltage, DC current, DC power, peak inverse voltage, ripple voltage, and all. So whenever any problem is given, first identify whether it is belongs to half wave rectifier or full wave rectifier or some other center tapped or bridge, many things. So now in the problem there itself given it is a center tapped transformer with full wave rectifier. So keep in mind. So what is the given data? Voltage V1 is equal to 230 volts is given. What is a turn? This one is the turns ratio. What do you mean by turns ratio in transformer? So this is the turns ratio. So this one is N1, this one is N2. Okay, this is the primary side. This is the primary side. This one is the secondary side. So this one is 5:1. RL is equal to 900 ohm. RS plus RF is equal to 100 ohms. So this is the basic formula in transformer you have to remember. So this is the relationship between voltage and turns ratio. V1 by V2 is equal to N1 by N2. So we have to know the all parameter except V2. So calculate V2, we will get 46 volts. So it is a center tap transformer means, see. So it is a center tap transformer means 46 means here 23 volts and here 23 volts. So 2 volts, 2 times divided. So 46 is divided by 2. So here 23 volts and here 23 volts. So what is VM? VM is equal to root 2 into 23 volts at the secondary end. Next, DC voltage across the load is, this is the formula for full wave center tap rectifier 2 Vm by pi. We will get this one. And DC current means, so we know the formula V is equal to IR. Whenever current means I is equal to V by R. That means numerator is voltage, denominator is resistance. So IDC means direct current at the output side. So voltage, direct voltage by resistance, total resistance. Yes, source resistance, forward resistance, and load resistance. So we will get DC current with this one. Next, DC power. So I square into R, we will get this one. Watts power measured in watts. Peak inverse voltage, we will get 65 volts. Okay. Ripple voltage, we will get 23. VRMS we will get 23. So ripple voltage is equal to 10.05. So frequency of the ripple voltage. So in half wave rectifier, frequency of the frequency ripple voltage is FM only. Whereas in full wave rectifier, it is 2 FM. So it is multiplication by 2. Okay. Okay, let us briefly recapitulate what we discussed in this class. So in this class, I talked about full wave center tapped rectifier. So the purpose of rectifier means it converts the AC signal into pulsating DC. Okay, we are using a center tap transformer. So here also 2 diodes are using. For positive half, one diode is conduct and the negative half other diode is conduct. Finally, we will get full wave is rectified at the output, but it is not a pure DC, it is a pulsating DC we will get. Okay, and different components, harmonic components are find average current, average voltage, peak inverse voltage, transformer utilization factor, form factor, peak factor. These are all we calculated according to the on and off conditions in center tap transformer. Okay. Thank you.